anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Need something?
So you saw a dragon, did you?
You're that visitor been poking around.
Like as big as a house?
They say a dragon attacked Helgen. Sounds like hogwash to me. Are you joking? You just rented a room from me.
Some wine, please?
Certainly.
Aye, we can get that.
I'm all ears.
Warm.
You and me, we're the only people around who aren't.
Nope. Sorry.
It's a fine day with you around.
Legion's always looking for strong, pickable warriors. Face.
Good enough.
You handle yourself well. You could make for a decent shield, brother. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Codlac Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
What are you doing that for?
Fight with us and you'll have stories to tell. Come up to your Vasker, if you're worth anything in a fight.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals. Well, I know the Companions make their home here. Their mead hall, Jorvaskar, is the oldest building in the city. Oh, and there's a nasty feud between two families called the Greymanes and the Battleborns. You'll want to be careful there. The rest you can find out by asking the townsfolk. Start with the barkeep at the Bannered Mare or the Castle Steward. See ya.
There's a nip in the air. Cold won't be good for my crops. Never is.
By Izmir, it's true. A jester, funny suit and all. Just north, by the Lorius farm. Fool had a coffin in a cart with a broken wheel. I'd like to see him laugh his way out of that.
Well, sounds like you've had quite the journey, Uthka. But you were gone longer than usual. I got to thinking maybe you weren't coming back.
You sound like my ma. Figured I was lying dead in a field somewhere. Is that it?
Thought did cross my mind, yeah. War brewing, talk of a riot in Helgen, out out jesters. Skyrim's gone mad, girl. Need to be careful out there.
Careful, huh? Thanks, Skulvar. I'll remember that. Yeah, right. Think you can go blade to blade with me? You'd be dead in 6 seconds. You've been talking to those companions? Too hot-headed, they cried. Weak, pathetic cowards, the lot of them. It wasn't my fault. I told them over and over that it was an accident. They wanted me to prove my worth. So they threw me up against a young whelp of a lad, hardly old enough to grow his first chin hairs. I guess I thought a woman wasn't strong enough to hurt him. I didn't mean for him to die. Why would I want that? I just lost control. The heat of the battle is the fire that forges the strongest blades. It's an old Nord proverb. That, and a true Nord never misses a chance to test her worth. And why not? I could beat anyone in this city, barehanded. 100 gold says I knock your hide to the ground. Just fists. No weapons, no magic, no crying. Let's go. Come on. Let's see what you're made of.
Fight back!
Now that's what I call a punch. You got me. You're no liar. Best fight I've had in years. There you are. If you ever need another blade at your side, just ask. Wouldn't mind seeing how you handle a few trolls.
Need a horse? Talk to my father, Skolvar.
Got the fleetest steeds in all of Skyrim. Right strong. A man like you needs a war horse, I reckon. None of them's older than 9, and the youngest is 6. Now the horse I got for sale is 7 years old, but in fine health. She's got a lot of spirit, that one. We've taken to calling her Queen Aufsiger, or just Audi for short. I expect you can name her anything you like, once she's yours. Of course. You always keep us in mind when you need a fresh horse, yeah?
Yes, I'm listening. What? Where am I? In my head. Oh, it's you! I mean, what? No, I've never seen you before. I have no idea who you are. It's not like I've been stalking you or anything. Wait! Don't leave! I'm injured. Yes, injured. You have to take me with you. Otherwise I might die, and you wouldn't want that on your conscience. Yeah, well, that's because... Okay, fine. If you take me with you, I will make it worth your while. You won't find anyone tougher than me in Skyrim. Not to mention as good looking. Haha, you are so funny. I'm just being honest. And anyone who says otherwise is clearly jealous. Can you name someone better than me? I didn't think so. Anyway, thanks, I guess. I don't. I thought I would help you out. Well, I was hoping you would kind of keep me company. Look, I know it sounds weird, but it's no fun on my own. You can tell me to leave if you want, but surely you can at least give me a chance? Am I not allowed out on my own now? I had a little too much to drink. So what? I guess I must have passed out. I hope I didn't cause too much trouble. Actually, I'm not really that bothered. Of course I'm alright. Don't start fuzzing over me. I'm more than capable of handling myself. What? I have no idea. My memory is a little fuzzy. If you happen to have any, I would appreciate it. Oh, and stop staring at my body. It's like you've never seen a semi-naked woman before. I don't know. I'll just go wherever you are going. I will repay your kindness by fighting alongside you. Surely that's an offer you can't refuse. Yes, let's go. Oh, I haven't introduced myself, have I? My name is Sophia, but you probably already knew that. I'm quite well known in Skyrim, although sometimes I'm not sure if it's for the right reasons. I kind of see myself as an adventurer, although it's no fun without anyone to witness my heroic deeds, such as... Well, I'm sure there's probably something. I like to get drunk, kill stuff, and be a nuisance. So, what about you? Well, then it must be a lucky day, as I know Skyrim like the back of my hand. Of course, I have many other talents, so be sure to let me know if you need me. Yes, I'm listening. Of course. I'm feeling good, but also quite bad at the same time, if you know what I mean. What would you like to talk about? I was playing two guys against each other in a bid to win me over. Of course, they had to supply me with plenty of drink and earn my affection. I just wanted some entertainment. Oh, it was great watching them get more and more competitive. It ended up in a massive brawl, and once it was over, I left them both empty-handed and out of pocket. As for waking up in a stable without any clothes on, I don't remember what happened after leaving the tavern, but that's nothing new. Well, I was wandering around Skyrim killing bandits who thought I was an easy target, and meeting new locals. Or should I say making new enemies. Before that I was studying, if you can call it that, at the College of Winterhold. It wasn't my first choice, of course, being a Nord, but I had no place to go, and it was either that or live in a cave. So, I learned a few spells just to keep them happy. I must admit, though, that learning to blow stuff up was pretty fun. Unfortunately, my genius was wasted on them. And I was kicked out for making everyone naked with a spell I forced some other student to create for me. So, it turns out I ended up living mostly in caves anyway. Of course. Are you trying to say that I'm evil? Or that I should try being a bit nicer to people? I think suffer is a bit of a strong word. There's a difference between the occasional nasty prank and blood sport, and just pure hatred and enjoyment in watching the pain of others. Sure, what's on your mind? You mean like weird? Huh, I thought you were different from all those other people who make fun of me. Because I don't try and conform to people's ridiculous ideals. Yeah, I suppose. Being a free spirit like myself really lets you explore the world and see all its flaws, but yet at the same time makes you appreciate them. That's what some people who aren't like you just don't get. Sure, what's on your mind? Well, there was someone, but he wasn't from Skyrim. He was a Breton from High Rock. I took him around Skyrim to see the sights. Well, mainly the taverns, but unfortunately I turned out to be too much to handle for him. I mean, who doesn't like to get drunk? Perhaps if someone else was interested in me, though? Who? Crows! I hope you are just joking. I was hoping someone a bit more like... somebody I know. I'm here, if you ever need me. So you're off to see the Jarl of Whiterun, then? They wouldn't let me into Dragon's Reach. Apparently I wasn't important enough. But with you, I might get away with it. As long as they don't remember that incident when a criminal escaped because I was... distracting the guards.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day? Do you like horses? You should visit the stable. I own those. And I'll start.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you. Brigands I can handle. But this
We'll
talk
pay
of
whatever it
dragons...
takes, but we
World
must
gone
have
mad,
more
I say.
swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle. Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Yorland Greymane's got that honor. Man's steel is legendary. All I ask is a fair chance. That I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him. Thanks. Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. Take a look. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Let me guess. You want to talk? If you say so. I shall treasure this forever. Or until I'm bored with it.
Sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. Welcome to War Maidens. Now don't let the name worry you. We got plenty of steel for fighting men. That'll be the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. He's an honorable enough man. Never done wrong by me or my kin. Things are tough for him now, I'd wager. What with the fighting and the dragons. But Balgruf's a tough old Nord. He can handle it. Adrian, at her forge, just outside. Place is named after her. War Maidens. It's a childhood nickname given by her father. What I hear, she was playing with swords even back then. Anyway, our wares are strong and the price is fair. What else matters? Good doing business with you.
Did you know there are some fruits that actually grow better in the cold weather?
Got something for just about everybody in here? Give a holler if you have any
I
questions.
can't believe it's you. I was just asking around if anyone knew where I might find you. My master and I recently arrived here in Skyrim from Citadel. It's been a long journey, but he sent me to see if I could find you.
To assist you
I thought I'd check the tavern and inn here in Whiterun first, and then set out for the other towns tomorrow. But fortunately, the gods favour me today, as you seem to have found me instead. He's heard of your escape from that awful dragon attack and urgently needs to speak with you. I know nothing more than that. He's at the inn in Falkreath. Would you please meet him at your earliest convenience? He only wishes to talk to you.
We sell bows,
Yeah, he gave me this note to give you, and a small token of his appreciation. Now then, I bid you good day as I have another errand to run. No rest for the weary, as they say. Good day.
Hello, my Nord. In the market for some hunting supplies? Hello, friend. In the market for some hunting supplies? Yes, I hear that question often. My brother Honorius and I came up with it one night after consuming rather too much mead. After our drinks, we went out for a moonlight hunt. We got separated, and in his drunken state, my brother mistook me for a deer. He shot an arrow that pierced my, well, rump. After such a memorable adventure, we knew we had the name for our shop. Try Hulda, the innkeeper at the Bannered Mare. It's just up the road near the market. You should check in at Dragon's Reach too. There's so much going on these days. The Jarl or his steward might have need of help. What are you hunting? Never mind. I don't want to know. Thank you very much for your business. I can tell you're no stranger to the wilds. I'm sure we can meet your hunting needs.
I know nothing of fear, and nothing of remorse. Pay my fee, and together we will vanquish any foe. I am an artisan, painting in strokes of blood red upon the canvas of life. But yes, I will take coin to fight at your side. After all, where is the value in creating art if there is nobody left alive to see it? If you change your mind, seek me out here.
I'll be happy to assist you if you'd like to purchase something.
Ulfred, patron of the great clan Battleborn. A name I'm sure you know well. Uncivilized pelt-wearing axe-draggers. It's a wonder they don't still live in a cave like those ancestors they keep boasting about.
Es cierto que Vignar, Melena Gris y los suyos son uno de los clanes más antiguos y, según a quien le preguntes, más respetados de carrera blanca. Eso no lo discuto.
But it's one thing to take pride in your lineage, and another to cling blindly to the past. What they call honor and tradition, I call ignorance. Money, you laggard. What else? It always comes down to coin. The Greymanes have deep roots in Whiterun. So do we. Difference is, we're rich. And Vignar hates it. Oh, and they hate it too. All their big talk of pride and honor. What have they got to show for it? Beggars' rags and stale bread. We've got the same pride, same honor, and we've got wealth. No wonder they envy us. Battleborn is a name out of legend, sung in the songs of old and heard in deeds of valor for 100 generations. For Clan Battleborn they cry in the mead halls, first into the fray and last to quit their ale. We've got honor, wealth, and titles too. Aye, and buxom women to warm your bed on a cold Skyrim night. Now, if that don't answer your question, then no words will. You watch yourself out there.
Well met, kinsman. What brings you to Whiterun?
Truly?
By shore, this city could use more like you. Best head up to Dragon's Reach then, and see the Jarl. He's Lord of Whiterun, and can set you on the path. Aye, that I do. Half all my life. We Battleborns have been here since the beginning, along with the Greymanes. Our family's been closest kin for generations, but Ulfric's Stormcloak's uprising has divided us. Now, seems we can scarce look at each other without coming to blows. Petty and foolish, that. They are saying dragons have returned to Skyrim. Now that's a real problem. Ain't sure if they're taking on new members, but you should talk to the companions. They're over in their hall, Jorvaskr. If by work, you mean testing your steel in bloody battle. The most important question of all, that one. You'll want the bannered mare. See old Hulda. She'll keep you swimming in mead. But mind the bard, Mikael. Poncy little milk drinker, that one. Man gives bards a bad name. We Nords have a long history as warrior poets. I am proud to count myself among them. But Mikael, he sings only for gold and the affections of wenches. He dishonors our traditions. May your sword be sharp, and your tongue sharper.
Oh, the fruit looks so good. So juicy.
No handouts today, Brenuin. Now scat. You'll scare off my pain.
Hello, child of Kinneret.
Oh, just one apple, Carlotta. Just one tiny apple.
Lately, it seems I am more nurse than priestess, tending to those who have suffered, both in mind and body, from this terrible war. Indeed. The temple here in the city is my charge. The goddess's divine blessings have no doubt helped make Whiterun a thriving and prosperous city.
Come back tomorrow, okay?
After all, it is she who brings rain to our crops and fair weather on the harvest days. Somewhat, yes. At first it seemed a distant thing, heard only in the idle speech of guards and traders. When the wounded soldiers began to return from battle, I did what I could to help them. As more of the sick and injured came to the temple, my work as a healer became more important than my duties as a priestess. I wish only an end to the fighting, so that I can tend to the temple once more. Grace of Kinneret be with you.
Life's hard enough with all these men propositioning me, but that bard is the worst. You've got no idea. Half the men in Whiterun have proposed to me. Some were even single. They'll never understand. No amount of flowers or honeyed words are going to change my mind. Right now, all that matters is my daughter Mila. No man's going to get between me and my little girl. That bard Mikael is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about me. I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh. If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though. Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
There's a rift here in Skyrim. Can't neither magic nor
Finest
the
cuts,
cousin of
fresh
time.
from the wilds. Oh yes, hunting is my great passion. That's why my brother and I opened a shop to sell hunting supplies. It's the Drunken Huntsman, down by the main gate. He tends the store, and I've got this stall. Good hunting. The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
Evgir Onslaught has come at last. The season unending. Bits and baubles for sale. All crafted by the best blacksmith in Skyrim. I can tell you're new around here asking a question like that. My husband Eorland tends the Skyforge up at Jorvaskr. The Companion's Mead Hall. Oh, there's no finer smith in the Nine Halls. You should ask him about his work. It's the only subject that'll get him talking. Well, that and maybe those stuck-up, dung-sniffing battle-borns. Don't even get me started on that lot. Huh, they put on airs like there's something special. Oh, sure, they've got money, but they ain't got a shred of honor between them. Grey Mane. Huh, now that's a name fills you with pride. We've got roots in Whiterun. We've got history. You take care of yourself now.
Hello, child of Kinneret.
I ain't done nothing. Only if I can help it. But damn if I ain't almost sober. Hey, in the Bannered Mare, there's this bottle of Argonian ale. The good stuff. Get it for me. They won't even know it's gone. Come on. Argonian ale. I can almost taste it.
Bits and baubles for sale. Old
Sure, whatever.
blacksmith in Skyrim.
Welcome to Bellathor's General Goods. Welcome indeed.
I work for Bellathor at the General Goods Store.
I'd even buy one of your relatives if you're looking to sell. Yeah, that's a little joke. Isn't it obvious? Why, the wonderful weather and hospitable people, of course. Not to mention my great fondness for dragons and petty political power struggles. But without a doubt, the most compelling feature of this frozen wasteland is the volley of inane questions leveled at me on a regular basis. Interesting, to say the least. But with all that's been going on the one hand, supplies are harder to come by since fewer traders are traveling the roads these days. But on the other, the scarcity of supplies has led to some, well, elevated prices. All that matters is that I have what you need, and it's worth every septim. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Do come back.
Don't mean to be rude, but I'm too busy to talk. Come by Bellathor's shop at the market. I'm sure we've got something you need.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents. Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that. Why? Because I'm a proud citizen of the Empire? Because the Stormcloaks only want Nords in Skyrim? The Stormcloaks can rot in oblivion for all I care. I've lived in this city for 20 years. 20! Of a sort. I don't have formal training in the Restoration School, but something just as good. Within these walls, I have all that I need to brew a potion for nearly any ailment. If I had a septum for every case of rock joint or whitbane I've cured since I opened this shop, I'd be a rich woman indeed. think I can teach you a thing or two. Come back anytime if you need a remedy.
Thank you.
Come on in.
Thank you.
We got
no,
warm
please.
food, warm drinks,
your
and
applause.
warm beds.
One more song. What say you? Yeah? All right then.
If it's work you're looking for, Hulda's the one to talk to.
A hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from Old Rorikstead.
If you need more food or drink, speak to Hulda.
As he told of both battles in gold he had made.
Now please.
I ain't done nothing.
The Red when he
What?
met the shield.
Why are you looking at me? Well, would you look at that? Argonian ale. My thanks, friend. Here, take this here healing potion. I, found it in the temple.
Sadia, dear?
Yes, Mom?
Don't forget to polish those glasses later.
Yes, yes. Now, to find myself a drink.
The secure. The guards in this city are all lazy and undisciplined.
I've got a hungry daughter to feed, so selling my produce is really the only thing.
What can I do for you? Is just about done.
Well met.
Farewell.
We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own with our blood and our steel.
If it's work you need, how about chopping up some wood for the fires? Magic is for the weak. Elves, I mean. They keep to that college in Winterhold. They know their place. Of course, there is Farengar. He might be the Jarl's wizard, but at least he's a Nord. I assume you saw the Gildergreen? Big tree all burnt up in the middle of the Wind District? It's part of the Temple of Kinnareth. People want Danica to do something about it, but I don't know what they expect. People say there is someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that? The companions? In Jorvaskr? They're recruiting new members from what I hear.
Sing you a special song tonight?
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Ah, you're always working. Why else would I spend so much time here?
Mikhail is quite the songbird. Maybe he's the reason you're here all the time.
If it's a lady you're looking for, you best look elsewhere. Once Mikhail gets them, they're got. Carlotta put you up to this, didn't she? I'm sorry, but that fiery widow is
John,
mine.
darling, you know you're
She
the only
just doesn't
stone-fighting,
know it yet.
knuckle-dragging Nord for me.
What did you just say? All I heard was a sound of jealousy. I don't have to take that from you. Come on, let's see what you're made of.
Drive that stone back to the ground! You're just gonna stand there and
how to throw a punch, I'll give you that. You win. On my honor, Carlotta won't have to worry about me ever again.
We'll have to have a pint together sometime, you and me.
I've got a... Really? You convinced that loot player to stop chasing me? I'd thank the gods, but I'll settle for thanking you. Here's some coin for your help. Take care of yourself.
Well met, kinsman.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda.
Once was a hero named Ragnar the
Before my ma and da passed, I told them that one day I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madron. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done. You do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future? Yeah, these Khajiit make a living traveling the roads and selling their wares. It's got to be tough. Skyrim's a hard enough land when you've got a roof over your head. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them. Reputation mostly. A lot of Khajiit turn to smuggling and thievery to get by. A few bad apples spoil the bunch. You know how it is. About the same as everyone else? They're the catfolk of Elsewhere. Great warriors, good traders. Way I hear it, Elsewhere ain't nothing like Skyrim. It's got tropical forests and dusty badlands. It sounds awful. Farewell.
I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling the inn to Isolda. Anyway, what do you need? What can I get you?
What are you doing that for?
Well met, kinsman.
So have you spoken to that man from the Bard's College?
No, not yet. But I will. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Oh, John, stop. Elliot, you know you have to go. It's why Mara put you on this earth. You think a few miles can truly keep us apart?
You mean you
Once
won't
I've made
forget
enough
about
money
me
trading with the
moment I'm
Khajiit
out of
caravans,
sight?
I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda.
Husband, have 16 babies.
Thank you. This should turn that old cat's gaze. Maybe I'll be able to become a caravaneer myself one day.
Harlot.
As promised, let me show you a thing or two about bargaining. Don't want some shifty merchant giving you a raw trade. Good talking to you.
Mister, could you spare a coin?
I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling the inn to Isolda. Anyway, what do you need? Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room, right this way.
Well met, kinsman.
How's it going?
Yes.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
So, what do I have to do to get a drink around here? Actually, I don't think I want to
This
know.
is a local favorite and one of the first songs I ever learned. Ragnar the Red. As he told of bold battles and gold he had made. But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Come by Bellathor's shop at the market."
Oh, hello.
Old
Well
friend,
met, kinsman.
patron of the great clan Battleborn. A name I'm sure you know well. I'm as much a Nord as the next man, but I'm no fool. I don't live in the past like those gray maidens.
What's the matter? You can't stand the sight of a strong Nord woman?
All I can think about is my son.
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It's a shame, isn't it? The Gilder Green, yes. It's a bit of an eyesore at the moment. More of a problem for the pilgrims than for me, but not many of them around anymore. To the east of here is a hidden grove where the Eldergleam resides. It's the oldest living thing in Skyrim, maybe all of Tamriel. Our tree here in the city was grown from a cutting of that tree. You can still feel the glory of the mother tree through it. Even its name is an echo. I've thought about that. Trees like this never really die, they only slumber. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the Eldergleam, you couldn't tap it. Not with any normal metal. Eldergleam is older than metal, from a time before men or elves. To even affect it, you have to tap into the old magic. You'll have to deal with the hag ravens. I've heard about a weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself. Your spirit is strong. Kinnereth's winds will guide your path. It's held in a hagraven nest called Orphan Rock.
Battleborn, give me your money.
I don't have any money.
You better give me 5 septims right now or I'm gonna bloody your nose.
No, please. I really don't have any money, Braith. I'll give you 10 septims tomorrow. Just don't hit me.
10 septims tomorrow, baby Battleborn, or I'm gonna bloody your nose and your lip.
I think
It's
I
no
need to
fun
go to
getting
bed
pushed
after
around all
this
the
walking.
time.
Care to join me?
Well, I used to sneak out at night and try to
didn't
tip
mean,
over
you
the
know,
big ox in the Grey
I
Main's
meant
yard.
separate.
And me and Mila used to climb up on the roof of Dragon's
I think I
Reach
should just stop
and look for
talking.
birds' eggs. But I don't do that stuff anymore. Father keeps catching me and then I get in trouble. Mm-hmm.
If you need potions, you should try Arcadia's cold room.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know, even if you are my elder.
What do you need?
You better
If I
get
had a
used to
child,
it, kid.
I would get
Just
them to
let's
knock
face
every
it,
single
I
one
would
of
be
your teeth out.
bullying you if I wasn't over twice your age.
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
My lord, please. This is no time for rash action.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
Who's this then?
As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself. Whatever you have to say to the Jarl, you can say to me. I'm
It's all right,
starting to
Hero.
think...
I want to hear what he has to say. What's this about Riverwood being in danger? Gerda owns the lumber mill, if I'm not mistaken. Pillar of the community, not prone to flights of fancy. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong? By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and
Have you ever
attack
thought
him.
that our lives are just one
We
big
should
game?
have.
Like, someone
I'll
is
not
sitting
stand
there
idly
playing
by
with
while
us,
the dragon
like
burns
some
my
adult
hold and
plaything?
slaughters my people.
No, I don't mean
Irileth,
that kind of adult.
Send a detachment to Riverwood at
He
once.
makes you think, though.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service. I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons. Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
All you ever do is complain about what you want. You're a spoiled baby.
I'm going to tell Father you said that. He'll tan your hide for sure.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward. Of course, it's all in this note. The Jarl is, as you can imagine, very busy. Perhaps I can assist you. From Adrian? Ah, this must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. I'll present it to Balgruuf when his mood is agreeable. Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered. That is an old tale, but well known to those of us who serve in the keep. Long ago, there lived a mighty hero of the Nords, Olaf One-Eye. Olaf did battle with a fearsome dragon named Numenex. The struggle between Olaf and the dragon culminated in a mighty duel atop Mount Anthor, with Olaf the victor. Olaf returned in triumph to Whiterun. By his decree, the city's keep was rebuilt as a prison for Numenex. And so, from that time until this, our great keep has been called Dragon's Reach. Well, there are 3 of them, arranged in 3 tiers, as you may have noticed. The Plains District is so named because it's the closest of the 3 to the plains that surround the city. The inn and marketplace are found there. Most of the city's residents live in the Wind District, which is the middle of the 3. Dragon's Reach occupies the highest, which we call the Cloud District. From here, the Jarl can see all that goes on within his city. Ah, splendid. Our fine city has a proud history, and I'm happy to share what I know. The history of Whiterun begins with Jorrvaskr, the Hall of the Companions. For a long time, it was the only building on the mountain. As time passed, a thriving community sprang up around Jorrvaskr, as was common with mead halls. Today, Whiterun is the jewel of Skyrim. I can say without boast that it is the greatest city in all the holds. Wonderful. Here's the key to your new home. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
So the Jarl wants you to go to Bleak Falls Barrow to retrieve some ancient artifact? Sounds like my kind of adventure. Although I'm a little worried about the Draugr. I doubt my feminine beauty is going to cut it with those guys. I doubt they even have any... You know, the difference between a man and a woman.
Looking for my husband, Nazim? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself these days.
Tell me, do you believe in mighty Arche, god of life and death? I see. Well, perhaps you'll take pity on a humble priest who has lost something precious. My amulet of Arche. It's the source of my divine powers and also a sacred badge of office. I misplaced it in the catacombs. I'd looked for it, but I have been hearing noises down there. I fear the dead have become restless. Without that amulet, I'm powerless to confront them. Would you be willing to search for it? I'll just wait here and make sure nothing foul escapes the catacombs. The blessing of Arche be upon you. I spend so much time among the dead, I sometimes forget how much I miss the company of the living. Oh, thank Arche! Please, take this gold for your troubles. It was a pleasure.
Good to see you.
I'm the commander of the guard here in Whiterun.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day.
Come by Bellathor's shop at the market. I'm sure we've got something.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. No, friend. That I'm not. But I get along with your kind well enough. No, I'm a Red Guard. My family hails from the Imperial Province. But I left home when I was just a lad. Been wandering ever since. My Sapphire doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room. I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you. I can teach you a few things. Find that so
What's the matter? You can't stand the sight of a strong Lord woman?
All I can think about is my son, my Thorold. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive. Those battle-born, they're in with the Imperials. They know it too, and yet they lie to my very face. It's not wise to discuss it here. Please, if you truly wish to help, meet me at my home. I'll tell you the whole story. Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day.
I once tried hunting whilst drunk. It was hilarious. I shot some wood elf in the bottom and he squealed like a skeever. Oh no, I think I just saw him.
Welcome to our home.
Mother, what's the meaning of this? Who have you brought into our home?
Avrstein, put that down. He's here to help us find Thorold.
How do we know he's not spying for the Battleborn? This was foolish. We can't trust anyone. Who knows what they'll do if they find me here?
I can't take any more of this. No weapons, please. Let's just talk.
All right, Mother.
You lost?
So, you're here to help? I know that Thorold's not dead. I just know it. The Imperials have him and are keeping him somewhere, but I don't know where. Those damned Battleborns, they know something. They're hiding it. They practically taunt us with it. They must have some sort of proof. There's gotta be something in that house of theirs. I just know it. I don't dare leave the house myself, so I need your help. Anything that confirms that Thorold isn't dead, but is being held captive. I know those Battleborns have it. They'd be hiding it, of course. Wouldn't want it to get out that they've been lying this whole time. But you might be able to butter them up enough to lower their guard. The Battleborns, the Emperor's biggest bootlickers here in Whiterun. Their connections to the Empire and the Legion are well known. When Thorold didn't return home, there was no question in my mind. They knew Thorald supported the Stormcloaks, knew he was gonna aid them in battle, made sure he didn't come back. Locked him up someplace to get back at my family. I'm sure of it. Best if you didn't mention to anyone that you saw me here.
So, have you gotten Nettlebane back?
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know, even if you are my elder.
If I had a child, I would get them to knock every single one of your teeth out.
Hey, get out of here.
Can't a man have a bit of privacy? Get out of here! Last warning. Leave now. Guards! Trespasser! Do you have news? Did you find something? Put that down. Do you have news? Did you find something? I knew it. Let me see, please. The Thalmor. By the 9, it's worse than I thought. So, Northwatch Keep. Then we know where to hit 'em. I'll do anything if it means saving my brother. You'll join us, won't you? Thorald can't be left to those monsters. What? You, alone, reasoning with the Thalmor? That's madness, friend. You're serious, aren't you? Very well. I'll give you a chance. But if you can't do it, I will.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Mister, could you spare a coin?
Even as man. Great. You have come. You have come to hear the word of Talos. Hello, my friend. If you seek knowledge about mighty Talos, you have most certainly come to the right person. In mortal life, Talos was a Nord, possessed of unmatched tactical skill, limitless wisdom, and the power to see into men's hearts. Talos mastered the power of the voice, and with it he united the lands of men into a great empire. In southern lands, he was known by the name Tiber Septim. Here in Skyrim, we honor him by his proper Nord name. So great was his reign in life. When he ascended to the heavens, he was made Lord of the Divines. If you want to know more, I'm sure you can find any number of tomes on the subject. Because the so-called Emperor is a coward. That's right, I said coward! Oh yes, he agreed to banish the worship of Talos at the tip of an Aldmeri sword. They called it
the White Gold Concordat.
Well, I call it blasphemy. A true son of the Empire would never have turned his back on our greatest hero. Not at any price. Well, let me tell you something, friend. Cyrodiil is a long way from here. And in Skyrim, we will never forsake mighty Talos. Let them come. I have no fear, for Talos is my ally, and I am his prophet. His word is upon my lips, his voice in my throat. And there it is, friends. The ultimate. We are the children of man. Talos is the true God of man.
As much as I can, you know. I do have other uses. And if you're thinking what I think you are thinking, then think again. I do like to be admired, though, I must admit.
Wait, I know you. Cause trouble in Whiterun, and I'll haul you into the Dragon's Reach dungeon myself.
Talos the unerring! Talos the unassailable! To you, we give praise!
There's a rift here in Skyrim. Can't even imagine what it hasn't touched.
Got a pretty good stock of potions and alchemy reagents. What are you doing that for? Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that.
I work with my mother. Sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun mostly.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Wait, I know.
ever get the feeling of just losing your clothes at the most inappropriate moments? No, me neither. Okay, well, maybe sometimes.